Hello everyone, Brian here again. This time I'll be doing a quick after-use review of my Mora Rubust knife. If you all remember in my first video, I just received this knife and it was flawless in design and I didn't know too much about it. While I do know quite a bit about the Mora knives, I didn't know too much about this Rubust knife. If you remember, to recap, the blade itself is not as flexible as some of the other Moras. It's actually an incredibly stiff blade. And as the warnings were put out there, you should keep this blade well oiled. Anyways, let's hop into it. As you can see, I already made some modifications with the paracord. This time I put in some Ranger bands, aka chopped up bike tubing, and then over here you got my ferrocerium rod. The sheath is held up very well. It's plastic, but to be honest with you, I really did not put the sheath through hell. I put the blade through hell, not the sheath. So let's get into it. So there it is. You can probably see that it has been, the steel, I should say, has been stained. It's been scratched up pretty hard. I've been doing some batoning with it. Well, let me be a little more exact. I've done a lot of batoning with this. I attempted to light a fire in the back of it, but I did eventually, but the spine of the blade is actually rounded off. So you would actually have to, see if I can get an angle on here. Probably won't be able to. But you would definitely have to put an edge in the back there, so to speak, preferably with a Dremel tool, if you're good enough with that. Let me go ahead and get up on this angle here. You will notice that the blade is very well stained. And believe it or not, it actually has been well oiled prior to use. So even with oiling the blade, it still managed to get some stain marks. You can see one right there. The blade itself, it's still very sharp. I haven't sharpened this, mind you. Okay, that wasn't such a good cut. There you go. So, yeah, get this all out of here. And let me get the blade refocused. So you can see the scratches on there. Those nick-looking things are actually the paper from the envelope. But it's actually held its own. What has it done? Like I said, it's batoned wood. It has cut fish. It has cut meat. I have purposely submerged this in water for long periods of time. And it's held its own. And it's hard to say, really. I understand what the stain marks are, but what actually gets me is that I've tried multiple different kinds of oils for this, and the oils that I've been using are anywhere from gun oil to mineral oil to even what was it? There's a company out there that actually makes specific knife oil, and none of them actually worked. The blade still ended up rusting a little bit and staining. However, that being said, the blade I feel is still a very sturdy blade. All you have to do really, is if you want to light up a real fire, is go ahead and put an edge on there. You can kind of see the edge where I put it there. Sorry, my fingernail's a little bit dirty. Just got back from a long trip. But, yeah, so that's that. What do I think about it overall? I think that's an excellent knife for the money that you're paying for it. You're not buying something that's incredibly expensive, something that, that is well advertised everywhere. What you're buying is a no-nonsense, basic bone knife that can do all the jobs of bushcraft and survival, really. Did it break on me? Well, no. The handle's still intact. The blade is still in one piece. There's no shaking. It doesn't bend. It's very sharp, very pointy. Or pointy shouldn't be actually used as a term, but it definitely, it makes this clean cut still. It needs to be sharpened. It needs to, the blade needs to be cleaned up even more. Probably needs to be repolished from ground up. You'll notice that, and it does scratch very easily. You'll see the scratches there from batoning. I got them on either side. But all in all, I'm actually impressed. You know, for $13, you can't really go wrong. So if you're looking for a basic knife that's bare bones, that you don't care what it's going to look like after you're using it, and it doesn't have all the marketing on there, and you just want something that's incognito, I would definitely say go for the Mora knife. The Mora knife brand. This particular knife I actually really like, but, you know, in spite of the fact what the blade looks like right now, honestly, it looks like crap, but, you know, it is what it is. I tested it. I abused it. I put it through hell, and it came back still sharp as it is. Is it razor sharp anymore? No, it's not. Is it still sharp enough to go ahead and fillet? Yes, it is. Anyways, that's it. This is, and just real quick, on a real quick recap, guys, gals, I am getting my Gerber LMF2 back. It's actually, Gerber heard my story, and they actually felt bad about the whole thing, so instead of going through my sponsor, they decided to go ahead and just let me know that come around tomorrow, I will be getting my Gerber LMF2 in a brand new bag, or brand new packaging. And yeah, so I got the backing of Gerber on that one. And anyway, so yeah, this is Brian, signing off for now, and I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.